Hello, hello. You guys remember when I used to whisper to you? Like, hello, hello. What's up, guys? You are watching the Quezt, and I am your host, Robert Dylan Vasquez. The intro used to be so boring. You guys are watching the Quezt, and I'm your host, Robert Dylan Vasquez. You guys are out here for episode 63. It is 3/25/22. Dude, by the time you guys are listening to this, I will be in the mountains. I'm a mountain boy. I'm a mountain boy. Dude, coming in hot. Last time I left you guys, it was on a day that ends with a Y. So that morning, I got up and I went to the gym with my boy Kyle. We were a bunch of little gym rats. So I went to the gym with my boy Kyle, and it was a clang and bang. You know, we did like Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. For those of you who don't know Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, and for those of you who don't know The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, you know? So we're clanging and banging. I'm ripping my 45 dumbbells on each side, ripping my little chest, my little bird cage in half, okay? But I had to keep up with Kyle. Look at those. Look at me versus Kyle. Look at them buys. Look at the tries. There's a reason I'm wearing a sweater that says boom. Because when I take it off, boom. So we're at the gym and we do our little pump. And I'm like, let's go, Kyle. Give me a mile. Give me a mile on the treadmill. This is where he gets to be a little bitch. Anyways, shout out to Kyle. I appreciate the pump. So I rush home after the gym, being a gym rat, and I gotta see the UFC fights that went on last weekend, featuring my boy Paddy the Baddy. Third week in a row that I talk about him. Oh, Paddy the Baddy. Oh, Paddy the Baddy. Dude, it got exactly what he said and I said because I wrote on his coattails. You know what it says. So, it was one of the greatest entrances, walkouts, UFC walkouts of all time. Just like he said it would, just like I said it would be. I'll play it on a later date. This is the third week I've talked about this guy. He delivered. First round finish, just like he said. He deserves his praise. Anyways, the rest of the card was so fucking banging. It was... I made a bet, and I said, if it's a British sweep, we're going to Delaney's and we're getting fish and chips and Guinness. And Milady agreed. Now, we don't usually like to go out because we're a little bit cynical. We're a little bit roast material. Like, I don't know how to describe it. You put us in a situation, we gonna roast the shit out of whatever it is. So, if you catch us in a function and we're definitely having a good time. So, it was a British sweep, spoiler alert, for you guys who didn't watch the UK London, UFC London card. And so we went to Delaney's, and I had the best fish and chips I've ever had in my fucking life, dude. Now, was there a 45-minute wait? Yep. Did I wait the whole time? Nope. Because about 11 minutes in, we're at the bar in line because, okay, we can't get a table, but can we at least go in and get a drink for St. Paddy's Day weekend? They're like, yeah, sure. So we're in line. They gave us a little buzzer. Buzzer goes off, right? And I'm not crazy. This buzzer is blinking red, right? So we go up to the hostess table, and they're like, okay, follow us. For two, they get 2 menus. It's 2 of us. We go up to a table full of people. They're already sitting at it. It's like they had the inside and the outside. We're sitting outside. Sorry. I don't know if I... Disclaimer, we were sitting outside for a 45-minute wait. But whatever, because 11 minutes, I'm satisfied. Whatever. Look at what I got. I'm satisfied. That's why I'm talking about it. But what I had to go through to get this. So I'm going to take it off the screen and explain what I had to go through to get the best fish and chips of my life. So we go up there. Hey, want to go to Delaney's? Okay, it's going to be a 45-minute wait. Oh. You want to leave? Was this a mistake? No? Okay. All right, give me a buzzer. Like I said, we went in because there's nothing stopping us. We went in, got in line, waited in line for a good 11 minutes for sure. And then our buzzer goes off. We go to the hostess table. They take us to our table. It's full of people. Some people that probably walked off the street and sat at the table thinking that it was open. A little discrepancy here and there. No need to get angry. They did not ask the people to leave. Who sat them? I don't know. Who does it fall on? I don't know. So they go, we're sorry about that. Don't know what happened. You need to wait longer. We're going to give you another buzzer. And we'll call you when it's ready. So not only did we lose our spot in line, we didn't get a table. Yay! We didn't get a table. Woo! I was fuming. And she was fuming. And I regretted the whole decision. I was like, I'm so sorry I dragged you out here. Didn't mean to. I didn't know it was going to be like this. Usually, we go to that place on New Year's. Now, you would think New Year's, St. Paddy's Day. Not saying St. Paddy's Day is down here, but New Year's? And they handle it so well. It's like they're ready for the rush. St. Paddy's Day, you should expect Guinness and fish and chips. Now, we're sitting in an alleyway, pissed, talking all the shit, roasting everybody that walks by. Look at him, look at her, look at they, look at them. And my buzzer goes off. Our buzzer, but it's in my hand. So I go up to the hostess desk and I say, is it for real this time? And they go, yeah, I swear. Okay. They give us 2 menus, and they take us to our table. They walk us to our table. We sit down, and it is a 4-person, seating table. It's cool because we're just going to sit on one side of it. That's awesome. There is this group of women. I say women. I should say something more derogatory, but there's this group of women, and then this other group of women, and they're kind of like, they're not surrounding us, but they're on like 3/7. I know that's a weird fraction. They're around like 3/7 of the table. And they're arguing because girl in glasses, her boyfriend was getting hit on by some other girl, so she wanted to fight her, and this group of friends was trying to calm her down, but this group of friends is like, no, that's fucked up. And this whole thing is happening as soon as we sit down. Mind you, we've already went through the shit that we've went through. Okay? Okay. And I showed you what was on the screen, so like this is what I'm trying to build to, and it's it's not the best evening. I knew that these girls were here to stay. Hey, go ahead, sign a lease, and live here. Because I knew this girl was here to stay. Bring your toothbrush, all your little shower necessities, because you're here to stay. When she did this motion. Okay. So, this is the table. I'm sitting at the table. I'm chilling. I'm waiting on my server to come and, hey, what would you like to drink? What would you like to eat? Yada, yada, yada. And this girl is arguing with this group of girls and this group of girls. And she does this motion. Talking across the table. She goes. And I do this hand when I want to bug Enzo. And I creep around. And then I turn into an ostrich. And I go, well, it's not an ostrich. It looks like an ostrich, but it's really a snake. And I fucking start snake charming. His teeth will come out and he'll attack me. I don't know what it is about snakes. Enzo can sniff him out. Shout out to him. But this girl, she goes, here's what we're gonna, and I immediately, my anxiety kicks in, but I have empathy and I have sympathy and I don't want to be a burden. But at this moment in time, we've already been through enough. So I say, God. I just start making sound effects and groans. And one of the soberish ones go, I'm sorry. I know it can be annoying. And I'm like, we're like, Oh, I was like, get out of here, dude. Ruining my fucking good time. So the waitress comes. What do you want to drink? I need a Guinness, but I'm going to go ahead and order 2 if that's cool. And she's going to order 2 and that's cool because we don't know when you'll be back. And she's like, yeah. These people, I just had to deal with this fight just now. I'm like, no. I stopped the Legion of Doom from forming just now. I hope you appreciate it. In that moment, I was Batman. Now, earlier in the week, did I ask my brother to help me with the unlocking memories? And he's like, I tried to make it Batman related, but I can't think. So I had to make this part Batman related to make up for the, shout out to Hink. So we get our drinks. We get our food. I'll put it back on the screen. The best fish and chips I've ever had in my life. When I bit into the fish, and I gave her multiple pieces and, you know, the fries, she got fries as well, but like my fries were so much better. When I had this dish, I was like immediately relieved of everything and all the bullshit that had happened previous. So it really reminded me of one of those like Instagram videos or TikToks where the girl is like really like really pissed off. Fuck this. I don't want to go out. And then she gets food and she's do. Fuck that. I was like, that was me, but fuck that. You know what I'm saying? And it ended really well. I was, 45-minute wait turned into 11 minutes, turned into not really, turned into another 18 minutes, turned into, I sit down and there's an immediate Legion of Doom meeting going on. This is what we're going to do. Nope. Not me. Get out of here. I understand that can be really annoying. Yeah. So understand it a little better and and that was my Saturday night. Watched the fights. They delivered. Fish and chips delivered. I stopped an argument. British sweep. Not much happened in the work week. I went to the Comedy Zone on Thursday. Or last night rather. And it was all right. I like the crowd. I always like the crowd because you know me. You know who I am. I went into the debate on saying that or not. But you know me. You know who I am. I like to have a silly time. And as long as the crowd's in for that, I'm good. I am not going to be at the Comedy Zone next week. I'm not going to be at the Comedy Zone next week in Greenville because I'm going to be at Uncle Fester's in Columbia, Cola City. I'm coming to you, all you Questers out in Cola. It's going to be EJ Mack, my boy Chris Wilson. He's got the terrible cerebral. David Dowdy, if that's how you say it. And then your boy Robert Dillon. Now, did he post the original one on the 24th, Robert Vasquez? Yes, he did. And did he use my Facebook picture? Yes, he did, instead of sending the screenshot or the headshot that I sent him, because it's not the most flattering. But I do have a mic in my hand, and now I'm the only one. Well, not the only one, because the original guy, Jordan, he had a mic in his hand, and I was the only one without a mic in my hand. But now David Dowdy doesn't have a mic in his hand as well. So EJ Mack and Chris Wilson are the only ones that look like they do stand-up. And we look like models, me and David Dowdy. So you see how much I overthink? And so when it got rescheduled from the 24th to the 31st, I was like, hey, if you're going to change anything on the poster besides the date, could you please change my name to Robert Dillon? Because that's my stage name, because I don't want to go by Robert Vasquez. Because, hey, I'm Robert Vasquez. It's like, oh, what was that guy's name? Robert Vasquez. How do you spell that? VA, blah, 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 blah. I had this coach in middle school call me Van Quez. I don't know where you got the N from. VASQUEZ. I don't know where you got the N from. Shout out to Coach P. Still doing the damn thing. But shout out to Michael Garrick for even having me on this show. Told me to share it. I did share it on my Facebook. I don't ever share anything on my Facebook. Share it on my story. So come out to Uncle Fester's Last Laugh if you're in Columbia to see I know my material and I know Chris's material a little bit. We're gonna wreck that place. So I don't know anything about David Dowdy and I don't know anything about EJ Mack, but I'm sure they're gonna deliver, and we'll see. You guys know that I'm gonna tell you, but we'll see. So, is that it? Dude, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I wore this because I'm going to be in the mountains this weekend because I'm a mountain boy. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. If you guys have any weird friends or friends that you're like on the fence about, introduce them to this podcast and see how they take it. And then you definitely know what kind of person they are. Are they down for a fun time? Or are they like, so I was watching the Sarah Palin interview the other day. I am a little over the place. Sorry, guys. I'm just a little hyper. About to go on vacation. It's hopefully I'm gonna hard reset. I need to focus on a little more, focus on a little less at the same time. It's a weird paradox. It's a juxtaposition, or Robert uses smart words and don't know what they are. Robert uses smart words and don't know what they are. Like and subscribe to avoid being a cumsock. If you don't know what a cumsock is, ask somebody who does. And if you don't know, you really just don't want to be one. So pass this on to your weird friends. Like and subscribe. Fucking. On to the Imprint of the week. Shout out to Imprint Jones. Pull out your phones for the read along, depending on what you're watching this on. So, Imprint Jones wrote for us. Episode 63, Chill Pill Dylan. We're about to do the read through in 3, 2, 1, go. If you had the opportunity to hone your craft as an MMA fighter, where would you most want to train at most? Anywhere in the world, under whose teaching, and what arena would you want to fight in the most? I think you would train over in the UK because of your love for Paddy and Connor. Ooh, short and sweet. So, where would I want to train at the most? Probably the All-Star Training Center with Khamzat Chimaev and Darren Till. They've seemed to have a little bromance in the past couple months. You know, Khamzat offered, after Darren Till's last loss to a wrestlefucker, boop, a wrestle, boop, or he was like, come out and train with me, I'll teach you how to wrestle, and then you'll be unstoppable. And Darren Till was like, bet. So ever since then, they've been the Smesh Bros. Not the Smash Bros, the Smesh Bros. And they've been taking over Block Asset. Block Asset is a company that signed Darren Till and Khamzat Chimaev. Inside baseball, and you don't care. But that's what I would do. The hunger that an undefeated Khamzat Chimaev has, and a Darren Till looking to revamp his career after a string of losses and finding himself at the upper echelon of the 185 division, but just not getting over how he should due to bullshit losses, going in with injuries and not knowing how to power out of certain situations. Anyways, so he's going to Khamzat to help him, and that's what I would do. I would just hang on with the Smesh Bros. Like, look at these guys, dude. Imagine what training with these guys is like. Oi, noi. We're experiencing technical difficulties. Yep.
Тут душу греет водный, не молодеет бодрый. Тут будет недовольный у любого и не без контры. Тут судит люд гордый, я расковыряю.
Okay, first of all, if the intro is in a language that English people don't understand, it's probably going to go pretty hard, right? Like, no race, no religion, no ethnicity brought into it, except for sure.
Критику твою минором и банер. Тут ловить вовсе. Чистилище его губительного называй. Не переведи сандом, не менять эту игру.
Now, to my workout friends, I don't even know what that is. I don't know what exercise that is. But I know if I had that in my headphones, there's no stopping me, bro. His back is made of wood. His back is a barrel of snakes. What else do I say?
What's the chef of rolls?
I don't know, Smash Bro.
Smash, bro. I kill everybody. Brother, I out wrestle and I kill everyone. I put them to sleep, brother. No one lives with me in the octagon, brother. No. The hunger that guy has, right? Trains out of Stockholm, Sweden, right? I feel like I would get Stockholm syndrome trying to better myself. Like, ripped to the gills, eating whatever I wanted, getting up to like 175, 180 pounds. Just ripped. I start talking. This is Robert. You are watching the Quezt. You are watching the Quezt, brother. Hey, brother. You are watching the Quezt. I am your host, Robert Dylan Rasmussen. Anyways, that's where I would train. I would like to train with Paddy, and I would like to train with Connor. But wouldn't it be more intriguing to fight those guys? I like those guys. I've talked about Paddy 3 weeks in a row on the podcast. It would be awesome to fight those guys in the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Robert Raw Dog Vasquez. No. The Vasquez wouldn't be high pitched like that. It would be introducing first, fighting, because I would definitely be the blue corner. There's no way I'm a bigger star than Connor or Paddy. So I would be the underdog, and I would be in the blue corner, fighting out of the blue corner. Fighting out of, well, don't dox yourself, Robert. Fighting out of such and such, Robert Raw Dog Vasquez. He'd have to. Anyways. But yeah, I'll probably fight them instead of train with them, because I could train with them and get my ass whooped, or I could fight them and get paid. So.
Something. Lifting weights, bro.
Comes out in my country now.
Oh, bro, I lift more than you, bro.
so nonchalant, bro. Whew. Anyways, on to the question. I hope I answered your Imprint Jones. Shout out to Imprint Jones and the Imprint District. Fucking. Can I cut the light back on? So, on to the question. And this is a question for all of us, but it's a morphed question. And this is probably going to be a recurring segment. It's, what would Robert do? I am in no way comparing myself to any entities of any like or comparison to any higher powers of any sorts. Anyways, the question is WWRD. What would Robert do? And so, with this being asked, I present you. You get into your seat and see this. What do you do? Now, my brother and I, shout out to Hink, were howling at this the other night. I was in my car probably 1 a.m, and we were howling, dude. Like baboons, dude. It was so crazy. If I got in my, you do that thing where you take off your luggage or you take off your backpack or whatever. You might put your backpack in the seat, but your luggage with you, you're going to put it in the top. So already we're making eye contact. I'm putting it up and I'm like, I'm so aggressive with it. Even if they're like, and they have their headphones in and they're chilling, they're just like, yeah, bro, you know. And I'm like, trying to jam the door shut. Now, they don't let you in an airplane with substances, liquid substances over 16 ounces or 8 ounces or something crazy like that. Or 6 ounces, 3 ounces. I'm not actually sure. I haven't been on an airplane with liquids ever or in a long time, because I like to avoid those rules rather than ride the line. Like, actually, it's... I push my glasses up. Actually, it's 5.87 ounces. It's not maximized over your limit of 6.0 ounces. You got me there. And the guy, like, the dude with dreads pulls out a scale, and he's like, actually, it is 5.87 ounces or 7-8 ounces. I think I said 87. And he's like, oh, you have a scale on you? And he's like, of course I do, brah. I'm an island boy. You thought I meant regular dreads. I meant the fucking. Anyways, So I bring a can of beans onto this flight. Now I got this with my brother. Because he said he would just dip the piggies in some beans. And that way, dude. Imagine you're chilling and you start to feel some kind of liquid substance on your piggies. And you pull it back through the seat. And you're just leaking pig beans. Oh, dude. Me, personally, that was my brother. I'll give him that one. I sit down like nothing is wrong. And I start making like moon mission sounds like Houston to Apollo 19. I picked 19 because white 19.
Apollo 19 got a copy.
Apollo 19 here. Everything all good?
Yes.
I was supposed to say over, and I thought about that too long. But like, I started playing Rocket Ship, and I grab on. I start going, or like a New Jersey construction worker, like. I could put him in like a heel hook. That would hurt, but I wouldn't want any distractions. Like, not distractions, but disruptions on a plane. That would be rough, man. What would I do? Just start. Bro. How unfiltered would you have to be to just start fucking going to town? Dude, have you guys seen the stadium cameras? How it's like they have the kiss cam and they point to a couple, or they have the lookalike cam and they point to a guy who looks like yada yada. They've been pointing to guys recently. You don't know who's gonna do it. But at the time, they'll be like dancing, like dance cam, and the camera will cut to them, and they'll see themselves on the stadium screen, and they'll start going. Oh God, that's one of my favorite things. Anyways, dude, what would you do? How do you handle this situation? Passive aggressively? Super aggressively? Carry a 5.87 ounce thing of beans and just dunk it all over their little toesies? That's gross. Ugh. Anyways. Can we please move on to the next thing? This is so gross, dude. The little air thing. The little, it's like creating this atmosphere. You have a window seat, but so what? You raise up the little window thing, and you're like, you can't even have your arms on the thing. On to the next thing. Christ. Oh God. On to the unlocking memories. So I used to have multiple computer classes, but computer class I had in high school was just regular keyboarding, and of course I would. Whether it be schoolwork or work, I've always found time to brush through my work and get onto the fun. If I can exceed in my work and get onto the fun, I'm going to do that as much as possible. So we used to have these lessons, and you had to type fast and type correct and brrr, and then no, I'm not that old. So we used to do our work, and then we would get on to the fun, which was, at the time, cool math games. Now, there has been a resurgence, and I'm just going to spoil it for you. There's been a resurgence of cool math games, bro. And so what I didn't know after, or what am I trying to say? It got canceled. Flash and Adobe Flash, it wasn't cooperating with the programming of regular smartphones and stuff and future websites and all that. It didn't evolve, is what I'm trying to say. It's convoluted. I don't know. I wasn't running the business of cool math games. but it's a thing now. So if I don't do the podcast for weeks on end, it's because I'm stuck on this fucking website of classic games I used to play, and one of them being this little monkey. It's like some enemies are coming through the trail, and depending on the level of monkey you have, you can like upgrade him and make him shoot, because he already shoots darts. Oh, it's balloons. So balloons come through the trail, and the monkey has to pop the balloons. It's wild, I know. I'm sorry. And so it's popping the balloons, the regular darts, and then you have the monkey that shoots the machine gun darts and the fire darts and the ice darts that stop the balloons in its tracks. So the lower level monkeys, you can have multiple monkeys just tracked throughout the trail, but you have to be strategic to where you put said monkeys. So where I would put the ice monkey is the beginning of the trail, and then I'll and kang, just slow down the whole process from the beginning, and you can't let the trail fill up or the balloons get past whatever. So that was one of the funnest games, and you had to calculate, and it was strategy, and it was how many points did you have. It was one of the more fun games after the little keyboarding lessons. And but I thought after a while, I don't even know how many times I tried after high school or after that keyboarding class to try to get onto that website, but just for the longest time it was does not compute, or it's not functional. It doesn't when you don't know words, do you try to still say those words? No. So, cool math games, or coolmathgames.com. It's up and running, baby. Go play all the games you used to play on your keyboarding class. If you used to play keyboard, and I know some of my questers out there, shout out to Imprint Jones, used to kidding. It's back, dude. And I'm going to go try to find that monkey game as soon as I get off of here. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to go to the mountains. Shout out to the Mountain Boys. I'm going to go fight a bear. I'm going to go get in a hot tub. I'm going to run. I'm going to run some hills, get some fresh air, go eat some good food. By the time you listen to this, I'm going to have some good food in mind. Believe you me. Shout out to Paddy the Baddy. Shout out to the bridge sweep that happened this weekend. Shout out to the argument that I stopped and it escalated because I'm a superhero without a mask. Shout out to the fish and chips I had at Delaney's. It's fucking awesome. Shout out to Hamza and Darren Till, the Smesh bros. Not the Smash, the Smesh. Smesh. Robbie Smesh. Episode 63, Robbie Smesh. Dude, I love you guys. Thank you for being more than just listeners. You are ears, yes, but I don't know. I don't want to get too sappy. It's not therapy. I don't go to therapy. I don't need therapy. Probably. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later.